Time to build on all that tactical growth. Let's go with initiative, control, and momentum. Kind of like Cobra Kai. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, sir. So we'll call it just simply seizing the initiative, strike first, strike smart. And hey, I dropped your 10 seconds up there in the corner. You know what to do. 10 seconds to solve this puzzle. This is probably the easiest one you're going to get in a long time. Okay, so use that 10 seconds. You have the time I'm speaking as well. All right, if you ever need to pause the video, try that stuff after this puzzle. Always try my 10-second puzzle. Try to get the answer and drop your answer in the comments. All right, here we go. Get ready, get set, go! There it is, that ringing in your ears again. How'd you do? Tell me all about it. And just like you see here, who controls the board controls the game. So today's puzzles are about the initiative. You've defended, you've never given up, and now it's just time to take that initiative. So thank you very much for joining me for day 17 of elevating your game with 303 tactical chess puzzles. I'm vryBot, a US certified coach and international expert, and today's focus is one of the most important skills in chess, seizing the initiative. There's a quick secret to chess. Momentum is everything. So when your opponent is responding to you, you're already winning the game. So join me with another 10 puzzles that are going to show you how to keep the pressure, create threats every move, and dominate your opponent before they even realize that they're lost. Okay, enter the fray. Here we go. You guys know the method. If you don't, we're going to mention on that in just a couple of puzzles. We just like to get warmed up with our first 10-second thought and see how we did. Okay, you're welcome to share that with me in the comments. For now, I'm just going to throw the moves out on the board. We have a check, and this is devastating to black because he has to capture. Why is that devastating? Well, we do it again, and he has to capture. There's nowhere else to go. And then we're going to use this key square right here. With the pawn's help, that's a kiss of death. Mwah! We've seen that before. So take a look at previous days, especially day 15 and 16 for the kiss of death. It seems a theme that keeps on popping up now as we go. And with that, we actually get to step back to the previous video's bonus puzzle. Here it is. You've had all the time in the world. Don't use a computer. I hope you didn't. You can analyze as much as you want. This wasn't one of those positions where I suggested, hey, let's, use the engine and learn and go down every road. No, I wanted you to solve this on your own. So take it to the chessboard, pause the video, work through it any way that you can on your own. I hope you found the brilliancy here. Rook to D1. This is really an incredible move. If rook simply takes, we're going to check. King pops out. We're getting a queen. We're going to mate not so many moves from here. Let's back up just a little bit. There's another opportunity for black to try and continue the game, promoting himself. So here we see a bunch of promotions in this puzzle. Rook takes anyways. What's he going to do? Can he stay guarding here? I suppose he could come here, something like that, and he loses his pawn. He moves, and then we continue to harass him with knight f7 check. Rook takes, gotta take, pawn takes, and then we can even sack the rook later for this bishop and promote our pawn anyway. So rook takes probably, and then the same thing happens. King pops out, boom. What do you think of that? So we're bringing you fresh puzzles too. Don't worry about that. We're not always just working on the old ones. All right, that's our bonus puzzle. Moving on with our warm-up, what would you play here? Feel free to drop it in the comments down below. Remember, don't use an engine. You are welcome to pause the video, run your own analysis as best you can, and drop your answers. This is where the fireworks start to begin. There's one move that gives you the most initiative in chess. Do you know what it is? It's a check, okay? We're going to work on our method later and make sure that checks are part of that method, because this is a huge opportunity when you're playing the game of chess. Making moves that can't be ignored, okay? Giving a check only offers 3 options. You can fight, take a piece, you can fence, put something in the way, or you could flee. You could run away, fight, fence, flee. So there's only 3 options. Sometimes there's less than that. So check is the biggest initiative move in the game of chess. Here, black can continue by capturing with this king himself, and in which case we've had this bishop bothering the queen. That was the whole point. What we really wanted to do was capture here, but black wouldn't let us because he was going to mate us on the back rank. So that's why we're checking first. Queen could take 2, and that seems to save everything, doesn't it? Nope. This check is smashing right through everything. So only move is to build a fence, puts the queen in the way, we capture it. Kiss of death again. Okay, why should white get all the fun? Here it's black to move. And if you can solve it before I start making moves on the chessboard, type tempo in the comments section to let me know that you are a very speedy solver. Maybe you simply remembered that the move with the most initiative is a check. Well, black runs to the back. Are you kidding? Why are we giving up the queen? Isn't that a second grader move? We capture again. All right. Well, king goes. Oh, he can't take the pawn. This is the whole point. So the king goes to the side. Nope. Pawn's got him covered. Rook's cutting right through him. Okay, put the queen in the way. Checkmate. Thank you, sir. So in this case, we have a protected key square back rank checkmate. In your face again. Here we have a good time for me to stop, pause, and count some material with you. Look for checks, captures, and threats. Now, there's other coaches out there who will tell you about the check, capture, and threat. I like to include the material as well. That comes from Alexander Kotov's book, Think Like a Grandmaster. And this is where I clearly heard it mentioned for the first time that a grandmaster must know the material imbalance on the chessboard. It's a must. Now, usually you're going to know the material imbalance as you're playing because it's your game. You play it from the first move all the way through to the end of the game. And the whole time you're readjusting to the different imbalances on the board, and material is definitely one of them. So let's count here. We got 2, 4, 6 pawns versus 2, 4, 5. We got knight versus knight, queen versus queen. Our king's a little bit under threat here. So we could run full defense mode, or we can try and grab that initiative. There is a beautiful motif here on the chessboard. It's not easily seen. You do have to have some experience with tactical motifs to spot this one. But we are going to start with the move that creates the most initiative. We have queen to b8 and queen to a8 with check. I'll just go ahead and show you queen to b8. King pops out. If he comes out this way, that one's not as good as hiding in the corner, but neither one are good, actually. Queen to f4, pins the knight, attacks the knight, keeping the initiative by attacking pieces. Threatening pieces, if you will. Threatening to capture. So we haven't looked at captures or traditional threats, but here we do make a threat with queen to f4. We're threatening to take the knight. In a way, we've also guarded g3, which is real nice. Everything just seems to be working in our favor. So the king can guard. We can kick him out anyways. He's going to run out of defensive moves to this knight, in which case we'll just pick it up. So what else can he do? Well, let's go back here and see about hiding in the corner. Queen to f4 anyways, hitting the knight with the simple threat of attacking the knight. Okay, so black saves his knight. What's the big deal? Then we open up another move with our tactics that we are aware of by name, which is called discovery. We get our knight out of the way. We're actually unleashing the queen on the queen. I don't know if you've noticed yet, but strong players don't wait. They create. So you're looking for the most beautiful things on the chessboard. That means you're going to have a wide arsenal of tactics. What have we seen so far? Let's go down the list. In the first puzzle, we saw a back rank attack with a protected square and the kiss of death. Next, in the bonus puzzle from the previous video, day 16, we saw a really beautiful rook maneuver where it lured away the other rook or threatened to capture and stop the promotion that was happening and threatened to let our knight jump into the square he wanted and threatening our own promotion. The theme has really been back rank because in the next puzzle, black delivered the back rank checkmate, jumping with a queen sacrifice and then recapturing with a rook and then capturing on a protected square, covering everything. And now we've just seen a bit of a triangulation with the queen. Checking the king, coming back, making a threat on a knight, attacking loose pieces, and setting up a discovery. So remember all these things today. The theme is keeping the initiative. So here we can actually keep the initiative in this insane queen sacrifice. This one is just pleasant to the eyes. We take. Why not? We have this here. We have this here. We have this here. We have this rook. We've got everything. Pawn takes. Take. If the king comes to the back, guess what? We've seen this twice. It's the back rank checkmate with a protected square. Lucky we're guarded, so there's no wiggling out of that one. Let's go back. Well, maybe he doesn't take us. Maybe he just wiggles over. Why would he do that? I don't know. Back rank checkmate again. Let's go back. There is a variation in my mind's eye I had to look at. There's this. Check. King over. Probably queen h8. You continue. Anyways, we've captured a knight. We could capture on f7, threaten to promote. I don't think we're in any danger here whatsoever. So let's back up. And the funnest part is pawn takes, check. King runs over to the side. He's okay, right? He's escaped it all. Yeah? We go with a promotion here. Getting a knight for check. And remember, this whole line is blocked off. The bishop is now slicing through. This pawn is here. So he moves forward, and we made him with the rook. That's beautiful. I'll let you make the moves on your chessboard. So if that wasn't enough initiative and fun and tactics and craziness for you, then maybe you need more docile puzzles. That was intense. But if you know me, you know that I love a great endgame puzzle. Here we have pretty much the endgame. A bit of a quiet tactic. Since it is the endgame, we get a little more quiet. But we're going to give a check here. Pawn can't take because it's pinned. Okay, king gets out of the way. We're going to take it and follow this up with knight takes bishop, which is usually good. You usually want to capture a bishop in the endgame when there's pawns on both sides of the board. Knight versus bishop. The bishop threatens to be a little bit better. But that's not the end of it. There's another pin. So we win a pawn. And now we're poking at this. And black's king is very safe. We just go on to have a very clear winning endgame. So let's keep up with that initiative. It's not always attacking the king. Sometimes you're going to attack the queen, who would be second in command, I'm sure. Now, here, if queen takes, we're just going to simply take back with our knight. That's just silly. Maybe she tries to capture our piece. That looks very feasible. Then we're going to the back with check. If he takes, we're going to take. He's going to fence. We're going to capture, and that'll be the end of it. So, in between this check now, instead of capturing, he's going to throw his knight. That could be a move. And then queen to e7 will finish up the game here. Just attacking everything. Kind of forcing the capture over here. Not much that black can do about this at all. But we back up just a little bit. You might notice black could throw this in. Well, it doesn't do anything for black. Black is still crushed. If any of these remind you of a game where you didn't have to stop attacking at any time, hey, you should hit that subscribe button and then let me know. And don't go anywhere. The last few puzzles here are the most satisfying so far of the series. So how are you enjoying playing with the initiative? It's the most fun in the game of chess, if you ask me. It's not always about checking the king. You don't always just get to attack the strongest piece on the board, although here it's kind of working out to be that way. Sometimes you're just going to smash some other piece on the chessboard. Now in this case, we're destroying the defender who's guarding a very particular square. And we're guarding, of course, our g5 bishop who's attacking the queen. So if she takes here, the rook's just going to slide over and capture. So what's wrong with capturing here? Well, then you have the way to sacrifice your queen brilliantly. You could play queen c6 with Bowden's checkmate here on the board. That's the bishops flying across. Or You can do it the weak way. You can put the bishop first and then use your big old powerful queen and feel better. Don't forget your initiative. And here is your secret puzzle for the day. I'm not giving you the answer. Neener, neener, neener. If you want to show that you solved this puzzle, drop it in the comments. Let me know. Maybe I didn't even solve it yet. Maybe I've got no clue. Go ahead and educate me on how to win this puzzle in this position right here. And I think you know by now that that means our bonus puzzle is here for you. So I will give you the answer to this, but it won't be until next time I see you in day 18 of the video series. Pause the video and try to work it out on the screen. Take it to your chessboard or go ahead and analyze it with a friend if you like. That's fine. If today's puzzles fired you up, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and tell a friend. Tell the friend who always says chess is so slow. Not after this video. Initiative, initiative, initiative. And if you haven't done it yet, you should catch up on days 1 all the way through 16. So let's talk about something every improving player struggles with: keeping the momentum. You don't need to find brilliant moves every game. You just need to keep your opponent reacting. So when you sense hesitation, that's your cue to take over. Don't wait, create. Every forcing move, every tempo. That's how strong players stay in control. And if you want to apply this mindset to your own games, this is exactly what I teach in my one-on-one coaching: how to turn calculation into control and confidence over the chessboard. To do that, just check out vryBot.com. That's vryBot.com. If you click on the services tab here, you can jump on over to the coaching description and you can even sign up right there. Once you've done that, you're going to want to hit community. That will take you over to where you can join our Discord and our calls on Discord, or just drop me a message here. And even if you're not ready for any of that, just keep on showing up here. That's initiative also. Nice job. We'll see you next time. GG's!